My name is Sean Spiteri and I'm from Melbourne, Australia. I think an impersonator is something that, you know, when you get off stage, you're still in costume and you're still you're still mingling with the fans and stuff, and you're in your jumpsuit, you're in your costume or whatever it may be, and that's an Elvis impersonator. It's a bit more mingling with the crowd and just more of an image. An Elvis tribute artist is something that is a bit more of an illusion, and it's something just for the stage. And when you get off, it's got nothing to do with Elvis. Elvis was Elvis, and there won't be anyone like Elvis Aaron Presley. There just won't be. We're all tributes. And I always say he lit the torch, and we're just an extension of Elvis. We're just carrying that torch.
There's something deep inside my soul that keeps calling me. Though it's the wind, girl, will have to save you. And in your cold and empty bed, you'll think of me, oh yes, you'll think of me. Come on, clap your hands. I know you love me, just like I wanted. I know you followed me across that endless sea. But baby, I've got that's all there. And in your cold and empty bed, you'll think of me, oh yeah, you'll think of me.
I was about 3 years old, and my parents just are big Elvis fans and music fans. So I was just grown up with that kind of music, Elvis Presley, Roy Orbison, Tom Jones, and I was influenced from 50s and 60s kind of music. But I just took a big love to Elvis Presley, and it was just, it was nothing more than that really. It was just love at first sight.
Baby, we're getting closer, the lights are going dim, the sound of your breathing is making the mood I'm in. All of my resistance, lying on the floor, you take places that I've never been before. Follow me in. I can feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it. Way down where the music plays, way down like a tidal wave, way down where the fireplace, way down, down, down.
I was 3 years old. I was annoying my parents, and they whacked on the 60-hour comeback special. And I was blown away from there. I was spellbound. So I'd watch the 60-hour comeback special every day, and they tell me stories. I'd watch it after kinder and after school. Instead of watching cartoons, I'd be watching Elvis in the 6-hour comeback special. So I'd start moving like him and following him on the television. Didn't start to sing, but I started to move and do all the moves. So I'd do Big Boss Man and the medley from Nothingville and the whole gospel medley with my father, and I started from there. So it was the 6-hour comeback special that all started for me. So and then from there I formed it into a career about 9 years old. Yeah, as a professional business. Yeah, so I started when I was 9-10 years old, and I started doing gigs all over Australia. Started doing a lot of charity work, and a lot of school fetes, and that's how I started, and then got into the clubs and the restaurants and built a little bit of a name for myself. And but Elvis is just so global, so, and coming to Memphis is just something spellbound.
That's the wonder hand I became. Your love to me is worth a fortune. Your love for me is everything. I guess I didn't know the reason why you love me as you do. That's the wonder of you.
Yeah, it takes the cake performing in, like, you know, just opposite Graceland. I just performed at the tent, and it's just so surreal, you know, just to know that the man just lived opposite the road over here is just I'm very grateful, and it's a big blessing to be here, and all the way from Australia. This is my second Elvis week. I was here in 2012, and I was recognised by EPE as Australia's #1 in 2012, and I was again grateful for that opportunity again in 2014. I represented Australia as the best Elvis tribute artist for Australia, so I was in the Ultimates. And yeah, just to be in Memphis is just a childhood dream come true. So I've done it twice, and very grateful.
Sean he's not been coming to the tent for very long, but I know that when he does his shows, the audiences have really enjoyed him. A lot of times it'll be at a time when people are thinking about maybe leaving and taking a lunch break or something, and it seemed like they all turn around and sat back down because after the first song, realizing that they're really going to enjoy his show. And he seems to, he's not real flashy. He just gets up there and he sings the songs and does such a good job of them that, you know, you still want to sit and watch. It's not a fancy show with lights and sparkles, but it's a good show, and you know you're really going to enjoy it.
Just want a little bit around midnight. Just want a little bit. I want an itty bitty bit, teeny weeny bit of love. And walk with me, say that you'll be mine. I say talk to me till the end of time. And I want an itty bitty bit, teeny weeny bit of love. Play the blues, boy, play the blues.
To actually tell you the truth, I actually was rushed the first time in 2012 because it was the 35th anniversary, so it was my first time. I think I was sweating in that shuttle. I was just so nervous, and you know, I just stepped. I remember I got out of the shuttle and there was just heaps of people, and obviously you got your introduction of going into the mansion, and they gave you a little bit of history, which I all know. But then I walked into the house and it was just so rushed, and I just kind of, you know, was trying to get everything. But they said it's okay, you can come back as many times as you want during the day, and I took advantage of that. I went in on that day, I went in about 3 or 4 times, and I took everything in, and the mansion just spoke to me, and I've been dreaming of that day since when I started, you know. I was dreaming, you know, since that when I was about 9 or 10 years old, just kept dreaming, going, I've got to get to Graceland one day, I've got to get to Graceland and show, you know, and get to America and, you know, let them see my tribute to Elvis, because I really do it from the heart. You know, it's a pretty positive performance in my tribute, but yeah, the mansion is just so surreal, and there's just nothing like it. It gives you goosebumps. You can definitely feel his spirit there, and I just love the man.
You say our love is true, and we never part. Now you want someone new, and it breaks my heart.
Yeah, well, I studied karate for about good 5 or 6 years when I was pretty young. I think I started karate when I was about 12 years old. So I did that for about 4 or 5 years and just learnt, like, you know, it wasn't just for Elvis purposes. I did karate for myself, but yeah, I kind of put that into my tribute and show. Elvis was very passionate about his karate, so try to be sharp with my moves, and of course vocals. Vocals is very important as well. So I did singing lessons as well, and trained as a singer, and trained as an actor as well in high school. So I tried to kind of tick all those 3 boxes and combine that all into my tribute to Elvis. So.
Train to ride. Come on, clap your hands. 16, come along. Train to ride. 16, come along. Well, on that train, come on, baby. Train, come along, well, baby.
I think that, you know, Sean Spiteri is a big Elvis fan more than anything. He's just a big, passionate Elvis fan, and he does this from his heart. You know, that's the message I try to get across. I really try to bring that authenticity along as well. I try to be authentic as I possibly can with costumes, with jewelry, with the eras that I'm doing. So I think authentic and just a very positive tribute to Elvis, and just a great illusion, and just a great tribute, really, overall. Go back home to Australia and tell them all about my experiences and tell them all about Memphis. I'm pretty busy when I get back to Australia. I've got some harbour cruises to do, and we got some big club shows. But look, Memphis is just a dream come true. I mean, you just look at it. Elvis people every morning and afternoon, and Elvis is playing all throughout the street. It's just a beautiful thing, and I hope to be back here again for another Elvis week.